There we go. All right, let's go. Afternoon, everybody. Boy, I feel good today. I really do. Don't ask me why I do. I don't know what's going on with college football. I really don't give a damn about college football. Just pump the kids to the draft, and I'll talk about these kids on draft night. Okay. Oh, let's see. We're going to talk about this man right here as my main topic in this segment of straight football. It's good to have straight football back, isn't it, fellas? Isn't it? This feels right now, this time of the year. I'm going to talk about Coach McDonald. But before I do, um, I just want to say that this is one of the few weekends we have coming up where the games really do matter. I mean, really do matter. And it's when you look at tomorrow, you got really reality. You have a triple header plus the game I'm going to do tomorrow, which some people are talking about it. People in the know. Others are just so wrapped up in Denver and the Chiefs. The night game explains itself, and I'm going to get to each game. I did this last night. I'm going to recap it in a second. But first, what a job that this man, Coach Mike McDonald's, done in a year and a half, isn't it? Isn't it a phenomenal job he has? Pete Carroll couldn't get the best of this young defense. This man has. And what you're going to see tomorrow, which makes tomorrow's game so good, is a contrast of styles. You're going to have the Seattle side of it where, Brother Love in the building. What's up, fam? Melina's in the building. Say hello to everybody. The thing that he has done, which, and this is why I hope for the Dolphins, that they get a coach that his side of the football matters and nothing else does. I love coaches like that. We have Brian Flores here, a man that they should have never fired, by the way. If they didn't fire him, he'll have a defense like Seattle does right now. When you have a coach that only focuses on one side of the football, those are the best coaches to have. Because if his unit doesn't perform, you're seeing that now in Green Bay, the fallout with Jordan Love and Matt Fleur. When you have that type of disagreement, which way are we going here? Are we going with the young quarterback and let him surge, or are we going to go with Josh Jacobs and let him run the football? Because what has happened in Green Bay is the young wide receivers 2 years ago at this time was making plays and making names for themselves. Ever since Jacobs have arrived, that has gone away. And now in Green Bay, they're at a crossroads. Are you going to let Love earn his $53 million, or is you just going to pound and ground and waste talent? That's only a question that LaFleur can answer. And I can tell you right now, Green Bay, Dallas, Denver, those three teams, folks, their schedules are brutal from here on out. And I don't think Denver wins tomorrow, they'll win the division. I have a 5-game lead on the Chiefs if they win tomorrow. The division, because the Broncos, and I said this when I talk about the teams, in my opinion, the Bronco goes as far as their running game goes. If they're not running the football, they're in trouble. Defense will travel. Which leads me back to Seattle. This team, and no one talks about this, have won 10 games on the road in a row. Let me repeat that. 10 road games in a row with this group. And the reason is something I always say. Defense and a power running game travels. It may be boring. You saw the Eagles prove that Monday night in Lambeau when they beat the Packers 10-7. Why? Defense and a running game. And I told you guys, Green Bay's defense is very suspect. That's why I never pick them to go to the Super Bowl. Because their defense is very suspect. Okay? It just is. And when you do have a defense that is suspect, you get the results like you did on Monday night. Now, the reason why they lost Monday night was not only was the Eagles' defense stellar, in my opinion, their secondary. And I remember back in the 24 draft, I was talking about the two rookie DBs that the Eagles drafted. And guys like that boy and these guys like saying, yeah, right. Well, I'm always right. Because last I checked, Cooper DeJean is on his way to the Pro Bowl. You know? Okay? I've been seeing things for so many years. Like, for example, let the Dolphins lose tomorrow and how hard I'm going to go after the Dolphin community this week. Okay? Just saying. The same ass clowns who said I was old, I didn't know anything. And the sorry ass losers who follow that group. All of them. They're all scumbags in my opinion. But anyway, I'll kill, if they lose tomorrow, I promise you, I will kill the dog. I will come on the air Monday night doing that cowboy snore fest against the Raiders, and I will kill the Dolphin community. Okay? I'll do that. What's up, Raven? Boy, that was a hell of a discussion last night talking about the Godzilla movies. Well, that was fun. Oh, man. So. Good to see Brother Love, Raven Knights in the building. I'll bring them up here in a little bit. Talk some more Godzilla. Boy, I tell you, cannot wait for a -0. Cannot wait. Shout out to Brother Love, who I don't see much. He's in deep into the manosphere. Shout out to him. See, let me get back. I was saying, yeah, Green Bay is in the crossroads right now, and I said something last year at this time. I said, Love, Tua, and Lawrence, with that 27 quarterback bonanza that's coming, they better do some things next year. And I can tell you which one it is. For Tua and Lawrence, they got to get to an AFC title game. And for Love, he has to get to a Super Bowl next year. He ain't going there this year, I can tell you that right now. Right? Just being honest. Those three quarterbacks next year, this is it. They don't go far, don't make the playoffs. They'll be playing somewhere else in 27. I'm just telling the truth. So, Brother Love in the building. All I know is this, and I keep saying this. And don't worry, Seahawks fan, I'm getting to our coach. Okay, I'm getting to him. All right? When your defense travels like Seattle does, like the Eagles, Broncos, Patriots, you can put them in there now. Patriots, you're going to go places. I'm just keeping it 1,000. Seahawks, of course, Rams defense, the offenses outshining them. They're going to go places. Back to Seattle. This man is a genius, and I'm going to go with the Rams tomorrow and stop that 10-game road losing streak. I'm so high on the Rams. This team here and that coach fascinates me. I don't know when they hired him, and when he took down the Legion of Doom uh, mementos, I didn't like that. But then I understood why he did it. Well, right now, if there's a team in NFL that is a budding juggernaut, it's the Seahawks. Now, if I'm the Seahawks, this tells you how good you are, folks. If I'm the Seahawks, my first pick is the best running back in the draft available. They have to go get a back because Walker is hurt too much, and you can see he's not putting up much. You know what I'm saying? But when you know you're a running back away from really doing some special things, you're on the cuffs. And this franchise and this team is on the cuffs of greatness again. Shout out to John Snyder, who knew a coach when he saw him. And how's the Ravens been ever since he's walked out the door there, huh? How have they been? They any good? I don't think so. I don't think so at all. Shout out to 305, by the way. He likes the Seahawk, Seahawk, Seahawk. That's the way they talk out there. Okay. I think it's going to be a great game tomorrow. I'm going to go with the Rams tomorrow. Remember, they play again week 16 in that phenomenal NFL week. Week 16 NFL. Oh, my God. Wow. You got a bonanza. I think they're week 15, I think. They're week 15, the rematch. That's right. On Thursday Night Football in Seattle. And you know damn well I'm doing that. So, Seahawks are just a team that's one team, them and the Patriots, I will say right now, are two teams that are looking. If Seattle wins tomorrow night, late tomorrow afternoon, I'm doing that game. I'll be here tomorrow. I'm not going to Mom's to see Mahomes against the Broncos, but I told my mother brace herself because she's never going to see a crowd that has 80,000 orange pom poms like they will, and they will come in force tomorrow in Denver. Trust me. And if the Broncos win tomorrow, folks, you can kiss it goodbye for the Chiefs. Kiss it goodbye. And I think they have a tough schedule. I'll look at it in a minute. Back to this genius right here. He's going to go up against Sean McVay tomorrow, and he knows what's at stake. They have to shut that Ram defense down. Easier said than done. They're going to have to start getting some big games for Walker, man. I mean, goddamn, can he get 120 yards in a game instead of that lousy 60-something yards? Oh, he's on the fucking IR. Can he give you? But if I'm Seattle, April 20, I think it's April 24th. Do your franchise a favor, and with that first round pick, get the best back available. Do yourself that. Okay? This team is great, folks. I mean, defensively, that's why I like them. And let me go back to why I said something earlier. When you have a head coach that only cares about one side of the ball and makes the locker room one side of the ball and tell the other side, you get me 20 points, we'll win every week. He ain't lying. They're doing more than getting them 20 points. You know why? They're keeping them silent. Keep the offensive guys' mouth shut and let the defensive players shine. Why? Because that's his side expertise side of the ball. And that's what makes this young coach a hell of a coach. And this team is coming. Tough schedule ahead. Let's look at it. You know, I love looking at the schedules. Raven Knight be up here in a couple. I'm going to drop the link for him to pull up. What the hell I'm doing with this goddamn channel over here? There we go. All right, let's look at the Seahawks and their schedule. They got the Rams twice tomorrow, and then Week 15 on a Thursday night in beautiful Seattle. Oh, I feel good. Hockey later on tonight. We'll be in Montreal. We'll be in Chicago tonight. A lot of people excited about the young Blackhawks. And again, I won't be at Mom's house watching, but you better believe my mother will be watching with her Seth Jones jersey on. All right, Seahawks, let's go. Let's take a look at their remaining schedule. Great pro shop, by the way. Seahawks pro shop is outstanding. Tremendous pro shop they have up there. Most beautiful city in this country. All right, we lost Kenny Easley, one of the best safeties in the 1980s. And we lost a legend. Just got inducted to the Hall of Fame recently. And one of the all-time great safeties, Godspeed. We lost him today. So Kenny Easley, let me see how old he was as the Seahawks put this on their site. Died at 66 years young. So he just had his birthday this year. My thoughts and prayers to his family. The great Kenny Easley leaves this earth 66 years old. Just turned 66. Whew. All right. Reality bites. Boy, we're all leaving this earth. All right. At the Rams this week. At Tennessee next week for the Seahawks. Then they go home for the Vikings, which is a big rivalry out there. At Atlanta. Week 15, the Colts. Interesting. All right, it's Week 16, that magical Week 16 if you're an NFL fan. That Sunday night, by the way, is Vikings at Dallas. They'll renew their rivalry on NBC. The Rams go to Seattle Week 16. And then at Carolina and at San Francisco. So 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, for the Hawks, 5 of their last 7 on the road. So that should really favor them since they're a hell of a road team. So let's look at the Rams on the road. Then we'll do the Chiefs and Colts for a reason. And let's do the Rams. One of these teams can wear those uniforms, right? Those new uniforms. Find out. All right, the Rams. They already had their bye. Seattle, Tampa Bay back-to-back. We'll be in LA late next Sunday night for that one with the Buccaneers. At Carolina, at Arizona, Detroit at home, Week 15. That magical Week 15 I told you guys about. At Seattle, we'll be there for that. Falcons in Arizona. So, let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, they got a pretty good split. 4 on the road, 4 at home for the Rams. Very manageable. That's where you got to look at these schedules. All right, let's do the Chiefs, who they have to win tomorrow. I don't see a Chiefs folks back when they go into an AFC building come playoff time. The other team's going to be scared of them, especially if they go to Foxborough. If they go to Foxborough, Mike Vrabel will have a little surprise for Mahomes. I promise you that. All right, let's go for it right here. Okay. This is the Chiefs the rest of the way. They just had their bye. They're in Denver tomorrow. Indianapolis comes next week. That's where we'll be at next Sunday. We will be in Arrowhead, 1 o'clock Eastern. Big game for both franchises. And we'll be there for that. Should be fun. All right. This is the Chiefs the rest of the way. All right. Broncos on the road. Colts at home. Short week at Dallas Thanksgiving. Houston Texans at home. That is Sunday night game on NBC. Chargers at home. Magical week 15. At Tennessee, the Broncos Christmas Day at the Raiders. Very manageable. They win tomorrow. Chiefs. They can steal that division. That's how big tomorrow is for them. Now, let's do Indy. Then I'll get Raven up here. Be on pregame show tomorrow at 10:35 Eastern Time. Pregame show. Then I'll be back at 12:30 for the weather, the announcers, the point spread, injuries. All right. Colts are off this week. Here you go. At Arrowhead. Texans at home. At Jacksonville. At Seattle. San Francisco at home. That's Mr. Miami's birthday, and he's going to celebrate it with us up here. Jacksonville at home. At Houston. All right. Pretty tough. There's some landmines in there beginning next week when they go to Arrowhead. So, not easy. Not easy at all for the Indianapolis Colts. Let me get Raven up here while I'm talking. I will say this. While I'm talking right now is that we got big hockey night tonight with Montreal and Boston. A lot of people, Elliot Friedman, 32 Forts. I'm looking forward to it. I only wish Matthews was out there. Matthews is going to be out for a while. I'll tell you the team that's banged up. The team we'll see tonight. Gooley's out for the Canadians 2.5 months. He won't be back after the Olympics. Alex Newhook, who was playing some of his best hockey, won't be back to April. So the Canadians lose 2 real good players for a while. And now they are making phone calls everywhere because the reason why they're doing that is because Kirby Dach is always hurt. He's playing great right now, but who knows when he's going to fall? I get the feeling Kirby Dach, if they make the trade with the Canadians, he'll go back to Calgary because he's a Western Canadian boy, and there's a whole lot of stuff going on with the Flames and the Leafs, Flames and Canadians, Flames and the Senators. So I'll talk about that more tonight when I come on the air doing the Montreal-Boston game. We'll also have the Chicago Blackhawks up there. I cannot wait to see the Blackhawks tonight. My mother is really, really excited about her Blackhawks. She's been a fan since 1961. So, you know how that goes. All right, let me get Raven Knight up here. Whoever wants to pull up. And while people may pull up, let me talk about these 4 games tomorrow. I'll start with Buffalo and Tampa. Both teams coming off rough losses. Mayfield and Josh Allen are good friends from the draft, the 2018 draft. I'm looking at right now. Um, it's going to be snowing. They're going to be playing in the snow tomorrow in Orchard Park. Why is that important? Tampa's a warm weather team. Um, wow. I don't see the Buccaneers dropping to 6-4. I don't. I can see Buffalo dropping to 6-4. I don't see the Buccaneers, but you know, the weather, the quarterbacks. I wish this was played on a beautiful day, like a 50-degree crisp day in Buffalo, but it's not. I'm gonna go with the Bills on this one. Weather in Orchard Park. Uh, they're gonna make life miserable for Baker. Uh, but I will say, let me check the weather real quick. Let me do that for this game on Sunday. Let me go up to Orchard Park and check the weather. Okay. Patriots, folks, unless they sleepwalk, cakewalk winning that division with a 3-game lead on the Bills. They don't play nobody except Baltimore and the Bills late in the year. And that defense is really peaking for the Pats now. It's peaking. So, uh, I got it right here. NFL weather. Week 11. Week 11. 20, 25. There we go. Let's go to it. See, my favorite weather site is there. A lot of wind in these games tomorrow. Denver, by the way, it's 70 degrees tomorrow in Denver. Problem is, they're going to be playing in the rain. All right, here we go. We're just going to do the Buffalo game. I'll do Rams are indoors, so I'll do all 3 of these games. What they're saying right now. Snow showers in Buffalo, 36 degrees. Tampa, good luck with that. What's the other big game? In Denver, rain, 66 degrees at kickoff. They'll be playing in the rain tomorrow in Rocky Mountain High. Eagles tomorrow. Eagles tomorrow night, 44 degrees and cloudy. Okay, that's good football weather. That's good football weather. Lions practicing that. So Monday in Dallas, who cares? But in Dallas is good. In Vegas it's going to be raining, but they play in the dome, so that doesn't really matter. So those are the important games weather-wise up to date. Snowing in Buffalo, they'll be playing in the snow. I'm doing that game tomorrow. I'm going to have that game in front of me and Jordan Love behind me as they take on the Giants here. About 50,000 Packer fans will be in the stands tomorrow. They're already here. There was partying the night away last night in New York City. So the Packer fan club travels, and they'll be here tomorrow in a game which will be very nice weather tomorrow. 45 degrees, perfect football weather. Practice, that's a summer day in Lambeau. So the weather is not a factor for that one. So just to let you know that. So snow in Buffalo, rain in Denver, very, very nippy in Philly tomorrow night. And Rams in Seattle, the game I'll be doing at 4:30. That game will be indoors. Feast mode in the building. Yo, Mace, do you think Mike McDonald will put a belting on the Rams. Feast mode. I think it will be a physical game, but I just love the Rams offense, man. I picked the Rams to go to the Super Bowl, so for me, seeing the Rams kick ass like they've been doing is not a surprise to me. Feast mode. I mean, I just think that Seattle. I look at it this way: if the Hawks win this game tomorrow, they have a very good chance to win at home, but they don't have a home field advantage anymore. So, their home field advantage, that mystique is long gone. Long gone. 12s ain't helping them anymore. That mystique of the 12s, they are real. I used to be out there. They're real. But unless they win another Super Bowl, fans are not buying this team. This defense has let them down too much, but they're into it. 7-2, have a chance to go 8-2 tomorrow. Both of these franchises. But I do like Mike McDonald. Yes, I like the way he does business. He doesn't care about anything, just his defense. And he tells his offense, "Give me 20, we'll win every week." And you know, and I know, buddy, that doesn't happen feast mode all the time. So, be up here for an hour, and then we're out. I'll be back for hockey later tonight. We're going to do the whip around tonight. Tomorrow, all games tomorrow, just to let you know, of course, Buffalo in the snow hosting the Buccaneers. Don't ask me why I'm doing it. I'm just doing it. Jacksonville, who lost horribly last week. Um, they host the Chargers tomorrow. I should have done their schedule. I'll do their schedule tomorrow, what they got left. And, of course, can Love and the Packers get their offense going? I get the feeling no. I really do. They don't know what they're going up against tomorrow against that young giant defense. So, other games tomorrow. I love my Dolphins tomorrow to beat the Redskins. And I see Devin A. Chan having a monster game tomorrow. That's why I put my bets on him and put my bet on the Dolphins to win outright tomorrow. Love the Niners -3 at Arizona. Cowboys Monday night. That's a gimme. Grey Cup tomorrow night. The Grey Cup between the Saskatchewan Roughriders, who haven't won in 12 years, against the Owlets tomorrow. I took the Owlets to cover, but Sasky could win their first Grey Cup in 12 years. So, and what else we're going to talk about? That's just about it. So I'm out of here. I appreciate you guys. Mr. Miami, you're listening. Hope your cable wire and your Wi-Fi is fixed today. We'll see you tonight. We will too. 7:10 Eastern time. We'll be in Montreal. We'll be in Chicago for the young Blackhawks against the Maple Leafs. That every day I don't know what to tell you. So thank you. I appreciate you. And good afternoon from the Oasis. Appreciate you. Melina, Feast Mode, Raven. Thanks, everybody. See you, people in the clouds. We'll see you at 7:10 Eastern Time for NHL Whip Around. And there you go. We'll see you later tonight, everybody. Enjoy your afternoon. Enjoy your dinner. Safe travels.